Hey guys, Philosopher here, and I'm taking a break from working on The Office to talk about a quick point that I think is really important, and I'll try my best to articulate it. Again, Office isn't set up, so I'm not down here recording videos and things like that, but I do want to talk about some things, so here we go. This topic is around the idea of perspective and how a minor tweak to your perspective can actually change the trajectory of your life. I had a conversation with a coworker today about their personal goals, what their career goals they want to hit. And I asked them, why aren't they working on it right now? And why aren't they working towards that goal of doing what they want to do? And they didn't really have a great answer. They didn't have like a bunch of excuses or anything like that. They just didn't know how to even make that happen. And so I gave them a few suggestions and ask more questions to dig a little bit deeper as to what their motivations were for even doing it. And oh god. Okay, there we go. And after I dug a little bit deeper, it really stemmed from wanting to help other people grow. They wanted to have the job that they wanted to be able to help other people do what they love to do. And I thought that was very admirable, but I was like, but you just explained a bunch of stuff to me that I don't know how to do. They essentially want to be an educator and a guide for younger people in their college ages. And I'm like, why aren't you doing it right now? Why aren't you helping people right now? If you could do it right now, even if you're not making any money, would you do it? And you're like, yeah, I would definitely do it. So I'm like, well, why aren't you? He's like, I don't know how. Well, I gave them some options and told them what they thought about that. And they told me they weren't good enough in less words or more words. And I said, I explained that's not how it works. You get better at it. You just put yourself out there and you just keep trying. Even if you're only helping one person, you helped that one person, and if you keep doing it and you keep getting better, you're going to get better and better, more feedback, and you're going to continue to grow. That's how that works. I explained that I make YouTube videos. A lot of people not in my circle they don't know that I make YouTube videos. So I use that as an example a lot. I had no followers. I was talking to dead air when I first started doing that. And now I'm talking to thousands of people, hundreds of people, 20 people, whatever. It doesn't matter. I just want to help somebody. And that perspective tweak of realizing that they can actually start right now. There are things that I can do. It's just a matter of consistency and working on it. And the same thing with, this person happens to work out. And I was like, well, are there days where you don't want to work out? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, what do you do? Well, I still work out because it's habit now. And I'm like, yeah, that's the same concept. You make it a habit. Your goal is to make this thing that you want to work on a habit. And obviously there's long-term goals. There's goals that I have that are long-term, and I just recently hit one, and there's tons more that I want to hit. But you just keep working on it every day, and that making that and doing that helps remind you of your long-term goals. So I'm going to keep this short, but the idea I want to give to you guys is to work on tweaking that perspective that you have at looking at things. Maybe you can do more than what you think you can do. You just don't realize it. Maybe you can get better at that game that you want to get better at. You just don't know how to. Maybe you're a little bit too overwhelmed. Maybe you just need to break it down a little bit and do one thing at a time and get better at just one thing. Maybe you just need to turn the game on and play it. Maybe you need to just talk to somebody and reach out to other people. But there are probably things that you can do right now, today, that can help you go the direction that you want to go 5 years from now, 10 years from now, a month from now. So just something that I want to instill into you guys is to try to tweak your perspective. Try to think about things a little bit differently. Try to analyze yourself and saying, hey, maybe I'm limiting myself. Am I limiting myself? How am I limiting myself? Start asking yourself more questions. I said the word yourself like 20 times just now, but whatever. Anyway, I'm the Philosopher. I just want to help you guys out. I want to talk to you guys while I'm doing all this, and I've had a lot of ideas that I haven't written down, but I want to get your perspective on what I just talked about. Let me know, get this conversation going down below. What perspective tweaks have you experienced or would like to experience that have changed the trajectory of your life, whether it be about gaming, competing, or just personal life? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to talk to you guys in the comments down below. I always respond to anybody as long as it's something somewhat constructive. So yeah, let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do have more interviews coming. I do have podcasts going that you can check out on iTunes if you don't feel like listening to listening to my face. If you want to listen to my voice and not look at it, that's there too. I upload every week except for the exception of 1 week when I move, but that's about it. Anyways, thank you guys so much. And as always, I will see you in the next one.